So today's video is gonna be like teeny bit messy, and despite everyone's warnings, I did it anyways. I went to the Church of Scientology. There's one in Randburg. It's 5 minutes away from me, and look, I've always struggled with faith. I have tried so many religions, and I don't think anything's working for me. I have tried ZCC. It's not working for me. I've tried the apostle something. It's not working for me. I've tried being a Christian. I've done it when I was in high school for like years. I've tried it and it just didn't work for me. Quick background: I'm from a very traditional family. I am from Limpopo, so we believe in ancestors and keeping our traditions and all that kind of stuff. And growing up, it was weird because I remember when we were in grade 7, and for some reason the girls I was sitting next to, they were like, hey, actually, we don't want to go to hell, so we're gonna start reading the Bible and all that stuff. And I didn't know what to say because my family believes in ancestors and all that stuff, the traditional stuff. And I didn't know. Okay, so when I was in grade 8, there was when I was walking to school. So school was like 45-minute walking distance, I think. Not if not an hour. It was like very far, you know. And then when I was passing, there was like this other church that was new there. So I went there. I used to go there every Sunday because it was like a quick service. It was like nothing less than 3 hours. Because prior to that, I think soon after my dad died, no one was going to church at that time. It was like a very weird time at home, right? Because they had to like be pastors and all that stuff, and we don't go to church, so it had to be like the neighbor and all that stuff. So my family started going to church because my other side of the family was going to this church that was like we had to take 2 taxis to get there basically. So my mom and I started like attending it, and I'm telling you, I was serious about it because I had the whole uniform thingy that you wear, and look, I was dedicated. But did I actually believe in it? No, I did not believe in that. And soon after my mom died, so actually in the process of my mom being sick, I was still attending like the Christian one because the other one did not work for me. And soon after my mom died, I've lost all I lost all faith, and I just felt like this is not working. None of this is working. And I still believe to this day that when you pray, things just get worse. Like the moment you start praying, everything gets worse. I prayed this once this year, and then I lost my Instagram account. When you pray, things get worse, okay? Anyways, so I'm trying to be like very serious and like quick about the whole thing because I'm trying to give you a quick backstory so I can move to what the whole point of this video is. Yeah. And then after that, I stayed with my aunt. So I moved home and I stayed with my aunt, and then I tried ZCC then. It did not work, and then I tried church again, and then they were talking about money, about give 10% of your. I'm like, this is a scam. This is like the people here are just here for money, and I was like, okay, well, that's not gonna work for me. I'm not doing this. I don't believe in anything. And I came here, and then like I've obviously moved to like GP, and then I'm then moved to like wherever I stay right now, and then which is right back. And then there's like a church in like Senton that my friend and I went to because we just wanted to try things out because we both not Christians. And we went there, and I was like, oh, this feels like a cult, right? But now the thing is, I've tried almost everything except Rama and Church of Scientology and all that stuff, and I'm like, I need to believe in something. I don't believe in tradition. I don't believe in most religion. I don't believe in conspiracy theories. I also don't believe much in science because I feel like there is something like that's missing. There's something missing, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try Scientology. And a lot of people warn me about it. People are like, don't do it. Don't do it. It's a cult. A lot of things are happening. Um, it's terrible. Look, there's a lot going on. I watched like 3 4 videos on like YouTube where people are like, oh, they followed me for the rest of my life. Oh, they threatened to kill my family. A good thing I don't have a family, so they don't have anyone to threaten me with. I don't have anything to lose, right? So I'm like, let me try it, because you know what, I'm a very like suicidal person anyway. So it's like, what's the worst that could happen? Die? I'd be like, thank you, you know. So last Sunday I actually went to the Church of Scientology. I did this online thingy, this online Oxford personality test. I went there and they were like, you know, they reviewed it and all that stuff, and they showed me a couple of videos like, okay, this is what it is, like the whole process. I saw the entire place. It looks fancy, very fancy, and they have books and all that stuff. I'm like, I appreciate it, you know. And I've watched a couple of things and I've noticed that they actually have this other cool music video also and song. I'm like, oh, I love that. That's so creative. It's so fun. And then they have they were showing me that they have this foundation that helps people. I'm like, that's beautiful. That's very beautiful. I think that's one thing that stands out from like the typical church, because it's like, you give, but what do they give back to the community, you know? And then I found out there's classes that I'm supposed to take and how much they cost. It's not expensive. It makes sense at the end of the day, you know, because if, you know, the place needs to stay afloat, you know, and you can't just be like helped for free. Like, everybody got bills, okay? They can't dedicate their lives to you and they're not getting anything from it, unless they were like, you know, funded by some big organization that has like so much money. Then, you know, I'll be like, why are you guys doing that? But at the end of the day, it makes sense why there's such. So, and then I attended the Sunday service also, because I went there on a Sunday. I went there Sunday morning because I took the test on Saturday at night, and I was like, oh, I need to see this, you know, because I've been planning to since April, but I never went because the one time I had an appointment, I don't know, I just woke up late and I decided, hey, maybe this is a sign. But then recently, like on Saturday night, I got like an email. I was like, oh shit, let me just see if I can get an appointment for like tomorrow. And I did, and it was great, you know, to talk to someone, to talk about the losses I've had in my family and all that stuff, because of, you know, that chart thingy that tells you what's going on. Like, I do have a lot of grief. I do have a lot of like trauma, like in my life. A lot has happened, and yeah, my life has not been easy at all, and I'm a nervous wreck. Like, I'm anxious at all times. Like, I'm a very anxious person. I'm scared. I don't know what I'm scared of, but I'm always just scared. And I think that's one thing that we kind of like got into, because I'm like, I mean, it's not normal for someone to just be like scared every day for no reason, you know. But yeah, so that was about it. And then I went to the Sunday service. The best thing I've ever like sat through in my life. Mind you, the other churches I've been to is like, oh, you gotta give to God, oh, you gotta like all that stuff. All I heard was be kind. And you know what stood out for me? It was the whole thing, like they're talking about, if you're ever in a situation in life, would you ever look back and be like, I wish I was meaner, or I wish I was kinder? Because in every moment of our lives, most of the time. So here's the thing, I'm a person that believes in being kind. You don't have to return it. I'm not doing it for you, I'm doing it for me. Because to be happy, you have, you know, to help others, to help yourself, you gotta help others also, you know. And I mean, how are you gonna be happy when everyone around you is like, you know, helpless and all that stuff? You're not gonna feel like very good about yourself unless you're like evil. But yeah, they were talking about that, because in most moments you always feel like, oh, I'm always giving, oh, I could just say no, oh, I could just be like mean to people, because, you know, you do favors for people, and when you're supposed to return them, they're like, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna stop being a mean person. But at the end of the day, that's not you. Like, you're not a terrible person, you know that. And unfortunately, there is some people that are actually takers more than they're givers, and there's people that are just not good people overall. I mean, they could try. I don't think anyone's born a good person. I don't think I was born a good person, because I feel like my brain sometimes just says things that like I just be like, well, what? Why would you say that? You know, that's scary to me. But then, you know, my thingy, sorry. But then, you know, I'm always like ready to be like, no, we're not that kind of person. Like, you know, sometimes you just want to do people how they do you, or like you just want to be mean. But at the end of the day, when you look back at things, you don't feel like, oh my god, I should have been meaner. Oh my god, I should have been a horrible person. It's like I should have been kinder, because one line that stood out to me is, being mean is denying people communication. You could always tell people things in a very kind of way. You know, you could be like, if someone's asking you for something, you could tell them no, but in a very nice way, not be like, you know, like an example was, if like a homeless man's asking for, you know, and you just like being mean to them, you don't have to. You could just tell them, I cannot do that. I think maybe it's time that you actually start doing something for yourself. You see, that's nice. You didn't lose anything. You literally did not lose anything by being a nice person. And seriously, you don't get such teachings a lot. Was my boob out? I hope not. You don't get, look, I always feel like I don't belong. I always feel like I don't belong, and a lot of people are gonna say, hey, they got you, but I think they onto something. I think if this is exactly what it's all about, then I actually like it. I'm fond of it. Like I'm not big on religion, because I feel like religion is just like for people who are like self-righteous and like think they can just do whatever they want and then be like, oh, God, please forgive me, and then all is forgiven. I feel like people should take it, like should like put in the work to be like to be like better people. And I feel like there's so much more that, you know, we can do. So that's pretty much it. And I was like, oh, I like this. Well, there was one thing that kind of like put me off, and I was like, that's a bit sketchy. Like, I don't know why I don't do that. Yeah. It's like these little exercises that's like, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It just felt a bit off for me. But despite everything, I feel like my overall experience was like amazing. And well, I left in a rush because I had other things to do, but they had like a very nice bride, and I was like, you know what, maybe I'll stay for bride next time. I said next time because I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna go, and I think I like it. You know, I think I like it. I have always walked out of church feeling like this is a cult. I didn't get that feeling. I mean, like, look, I feel like we could have gotten all wrong online. I mean, at the end of the day, people that are calling it a cult would just like, you know, people that would still go to ZCC and think it's like, so like, is it, you know, personally, like, I've been to ZCC, and this feels less culty than ZCC does, by the way. But yeah, and no one told me to stop eating bacon, so that's fine. That's fine. I'm happy with it. Okay, so yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna go again this Sunday, and I'm gonna see what's going on. I have not done much research online. I just wanted to see it for myself. I don't need anyone. I need my own personal experience, because again, there's like 4 truths to everything, and I don't want like my, you know, decision to be impacted by what other people are saying. Personally, I like it. I like it, and I feel like I have finally found a place where I think, oh, I might belong. You know, I might actually belong here. I actually like it, and I'm gonna go again. And if you've had any experience with like the Church of Scientology and all that stuff, leave a comment. I'm actually curious. How was your experience? Can I hear something positive for once? Because I feel like I'm gonna catch so much smoke for being like a very positive person about the whole thing. But yeah, okay, so thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, comment and share. And also I'm gonna have like 4 videos every week, so